some exponent rules. Just call this exponents in general. All right, let's suppose we've got any number raised to the 0 power is 1. I could say is always 1. Any number raised to the 0 power. All right, so some examples of that. A number as small as 4 raised to the 0 power is 1. Okay, anything raised to the 0 power, doesn't matter what it is. It can be a -2 in a set of brackets raised to the 0 power. Doesn't matter what the base is, raised to the 0 power. Answer is 1. I'm pretty sure at some point in time in the semester, we will get to laws of exponents, and we will start simplifying problems that have lots of different exponents in it. And generally, I don't replace something raised to the 0 power. I don't replace with a 1. We know it equals 1. In those type of problems, we're just going to cross them out because 1 times anything is whatever you started with. Okay, so while yes, you need to know it is 1, we will use it more along the lines of, I'm just going to cross it out because it's going to disappear in essence. All right, second one, a negative base raised to an even exponent. I'm going to abbreviate as positive. Now I'm going to do this again right underneath and then do the examples. I'm going to give you 2 in a row. A negative base raised to an even exponent is positive. The second rule is going to kind of correspond and match this. A negative base raised to an odd exponent is negative. And that has to do with when multiplying and dividing like and unlike numbers. Okay. So, an example. Let's take, let's do just 1 because that one can multiply really nice. -1 raised to, like, say, 82. All right, doesn't matter how large that number is. I used 1, so what we know -1 times -1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, so that multiplication is easy. I have a negative base. This is even, so I don't actually have to do it 81 times to figure out whether it's going to be positive or negative. It's even, it's going to be positive. So this, real quickly, I can just go, oh, it's 1. If it was some number other than 1, say -2 to the 6th, technically you would be doing -2 times -2 times -2 times -2, and you could work it out, you know, left to right, doing all that. Or you could just do 2 to the 6th, know that's 64, and because it's negative here and even, then I know it's got to be a positive 64. Let's go back to the -1 because that's easy to multiply. Let's do a -1 to say 37. All right, 1 times 1 times 1, -1 times -1 times -1. I know it's going to be 1. Since it's odd, I know the overall answer has to be negative, so it's got to be a -1. And what's the point of this? Just so that you can quickly do this without the use of a calculator. There's little short things like this that just make math a little bit easier, that if you understand it or have it memorized, it makes it easier. Let's do a much smaller one. -2 to the 3rd. All right, why this works. -2 times, I'll do this one because to the 3rd's not too bad. -2 times -2, that's what -2 to the 3rd power means. If I did it left to right, that's why it's a -8. You pair them up. On the odd ones, you have 1 left over. You pair them up on the even ones, they're all paired up. You don't have any left over. Okay. So just some rules that will help.